Hey guys, so I'm back with my protective style for summer. For those of you who don't know, these are box braids. They've gotten pretty popular. This was a style that I had last summer. I think it was even starting to get popular before then, but now it seems that everyone has box braids, and since I really enjoyed it the last time that I got them, I decided to get it again. For me, what I'm going to try to do is do a more long-term protective style every summer. So for now, it's looking like it's going to be these box braids. I did get some color, and I only got color this time because my natural hair is dyed. Those of you who follow me on Instagram or have seen my previous videos know that my hair is several different colors, which did not work in my favor when I was trying to get these box braids because I didn't know what I was going to do or what I wanted to do or how this color was going to blend. So after much thought, I finally figured out something, and I think it turned out well. Oh, and by the way, my soror cat Blair hooked me up with these braids, so I'll definitely be putting her information somewhere in the video so you guys can contact her. She's in the Manhattan and Kansas City area, so if you guys live near there, maybe you can get a hold of her and she can hook you up with some braids too. Now, this was supposed to be a tutorial about how I do the fishtail of my box braids, but I'm just going to give you a little bit more information about my braids since I know people have been asking me. So I have color in my braids. Again, it's not the typical just all black. The colors that I used were a 1B, which is my natural hair color, which is basically black. So 1B, 4, which is a brown, and then 30, which is more of a light brownish, almost blonde color. So I have 3 colors in my hair. 1B, 4, and a 30. I had her use the 1B and the 4 more because I wanted it to be more of a subtle with just the hints of the lighter brown. So instead of what you normally see is each braid being a solid color, like one braid blonde, one braid black, one braid blue, whatever colors you're using. I had her mix each color into each braid, so it's more even mix throughout. So I don't know if you can see, but the braids are all different colors. This lighting is not the best, so it looks kind of like you know, that colored corn on the cob. But I promise in real life they're cute. So if you've been on my Instagram or anything or seen me in real life, or I'll maybe post some pictures so you can really get a feel for what the color is. But it's pretty subtle. I work in more of a corporate, private industry environment, so it's still professional for work, and I like it. Okay, so the length. I had her do them pretty long because that's just the style that I like. Plus, when your braids are longer, you can do more styles and manipulation with them. So mine come down to, I guess, my waist. Well, not my waist, but obviously below my boobs. So this is my waist. They come this far down. In the back, they go right above, I guess you know where your butt starts right there, but the ends, I had her braid them down all the way to the ends. If you don't know, or sorry, this is still backwards, but if you're not familiar with box braids, the type of hair, I just had her braid them down all the way to the end and then dip them in hot boiling water, like literally your kitchen pot full of boiling hot water, and just dip them in there, and that will seal your ends so they won't unravel. So I know back in the day, like when I was little, we used to get them. We used to burn the ends, and so it would be like that harsh kind of ending. But no, these just gradually kind of taper off. Couple of tips: if you're going to get the braids longer, get them thinner. If you get them long and thick, they're going to be heavy, and your head is going to hurt. Trust me. So I have them do them smaller. If they can, have them start big and then taper off and get smaller towards the end. Again, the thinner braids, you're going to be able to manipulate more as far as putting them in ponytails and buns and braids or whatever. When the braids get thicker, they're harder to bend and to manipulate. So if you're wanting to do styles and buns and braids, etc., I suggest that you get the thinner braids and also the longer braids because you'll have more hair to work with. Maintenance for your braids. Now, to maintain my braids, I just treat them like I treat my regular hair. I mean, it's attached to your head. I treat it the same way I do my sew-ins. Anything that's attached to your head, just pretty much treat it like your regular hair, and you really can't go wrong. With the braids, I wash them regularly like I wash my own hair. I don't do the co-washing because that's just too much for the braids, but I'll wash my braids every 2 weeks with my regular shampoo. Rinse them out, let them air dry. It'll take a while for them to dry, so if I do it at night, I'll usually just put a towel on my pillow and go to sleep. Or if you do it during the day and it's hot outside, I suggest you go sit by the pool or just go outside till they'll dry faster. Now, when you first get your braids done, they're going to be tight. If they're not tight, that means they didn't do them right and they're not going to last. So your braids are going to be tight. You're not going to be able to pull them up into a bun or in a ponytail or anything like that. So really for the first couple of days, you're just going to be wearing them down or maybe slightly pulled back. You're not going to be able to manipulate them as you would like because they're going to be tight. But don't be worried, they're going to loosen up. Now, I'm not tender-headed, so when they're tight, it really doesn't bother me. But if you are tender-headed and you need them to loosen up, instead of being miserable and just taking the braids out, my tip, this is what we learned when I was like 5th grade getting braids, take an ice cube and you want to rub the ice cube on your edges to loosen them up. Tight areas in your scalp or whatnot, you just can just go ahead and rub it in there too. Now you can also just put your head under some water, but that might frizz up your braids faster. So I suggest just using an ice cube and just rubbing it on there in the spots that are too tight. Okay, now for your scalp, because I know some of you, if you're natural, you probably wash your hair a tad bit more often than you normally would, and with your braids, you're really not going to wash them that often because your natural hair is going to start to frizz up. So what I use in between washes is this stuff called Sea Breeze. And I got it at Sally's. I haven't really seen it anywhere else, and I also haven't looked for it anywhere else. This is the same bottle I had from last year. Like I said, I don't get the braids that often, so I don't have to rebuy this that often. But I know for sure you can get it at Sally's. If you could find it at your local hair store, sorry, I still have water dripping down my face. If you could find it at your local hair store, you know, the beauty supply, Black Beauty Supply, the Hood Beauty Supply, the Asian Beauty Supply, it's probably cheaper there. But I've never looked, so I don't know if they would carry it. But again, that's Sea Breeze, and this is a astringent for your skin, scalp, and nails. I've never used it on my skin or my nails, but I do use it in my scalp whenever I have braids or a protective style. Now, what you can do, it smells fairly decent. I mean, I'm used to it by now. Like I said, this is what we used when I was a little kid. What you can do is take a cotton ball and squeeze some on there. And it's just a clear, I mean, you can't even see it on the cotton ball. But the smell, you know when it's on there, it doesn't smell bad, but it definitely smells like an astringent or something. But you can just rub it throughout your scalp wherever it's itching or whatever, and it'll get rid of the excess oils and it'll relieve the itching. Now, I don't care about getting in with the cotton ball and stuff, so I literally just go through and I'll squirt this throughout my scalp, and that's going to ensure that you get into the areas where you're itching, and you'll get immediate relief. So you don't really have to be neat with it. It dries pretty quickly in your scalp, but you definitely can feel the relief and your hair will not itch. Now, this is not a permanent fix. So I'll probably use it at the end of a week, and then the next week I'll wash my hair because I wash my hair every 2 weeks. So if I haven't used this, then I'll be washing my hair. But it's very good. It works well, and it'll help your braids last longer. Okay, so when you get ready to shower, if your braids are as long as this, it's pretty unrealistic to shower with your hair down because it's going to get soaking wet. So what I do is some way, somehow, with the ponytail holder, put it up into a bun. I can't really do that now, but put it up into a bun or just really just twist it around just so it's off your back. And sometimes I can use a clip or use a scarf and get it up there and really get it to hold, and that's how I shower. Now, these braids are pretty thick and long this time, so I can't even get a shower cap on there, but if you can get them up to a bun, I would even normally put a shower cap on top of that, just because even though you have braids, your natural hair is still going to frizz up from the moisture because the water can still get to it. So, like I said, just treat it like you would your regular hair. Now, when I go to bed, I just wear them down and put a scarf on the front of my head and just tie it. So I go to bed with my braids loose just because tying them up, that just gets a little constraining and uncomfortable for me. But you can do what you want, but I do tie at least the front down so the edges stay flat and stay neat, and your little baby hairs will they'll just automatically go down if you tie it down at night. And it'll also eliminate frizz. So that's pretty much what I do to keep up my braids. If I can think of anything else, I'll get back on here and let you guys know. That's about it, guys. I hope this was informative about my summer box braids, my protective style. And hopefully if you guys are thinking about it, you try it out too. It's really fun. Fun style to have for summer, especially if you're swimming and things like that. And if you work out, it's super great and convenient as well. So hopefully you guys try out the fishtail and any other styles that I might post. So I hope you have fun with your box braid. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.